Joined, as always, after games by Hofstra coach John Russo following a tough 11-4 loss to William & Mary in the season finale. Coach, tough loss. Your thoughts on today's game?
I told the group there at the end, there's a difference between losing and getting beat. William & Mary just played really well. I think our guys sold out, left it all on the field. They were just a tough club, and they got the better of us in the last 24 hours. So, I think we did yeoman's work to get one yesterday, and then, played really good baseball today up until the end there.
You look to Ryan Rue at the start on the hill today. He did really well for those first 4 innings. Even the 5th inning got through a little bit of a rough patch. But that 6th inning, could you tell there was a difference even just looking at him from the bench where you were?
We kept in touch with him. Like, we kept his outing short last week at Delaware. In preparation of this start, we had an assumption that this start was going to be pretty big. And, man, if you know him, he's a tough competitor. He had 4 no-hit, right, I think, at some point. And I think, I told the guys this is my first ever regular season do-or-die game. I think if the one thing I learned was the early on adrenaline might have taken a little bit from him that wasn't normal. And how can he? He's a freshman in that spot for the first time, and I think that's a learning experience for me. He just got tired pretty quick. Listen, their kid made a really good swing left on left to hit the triple, and then we were able to try to skate through that inning, and they got a couple singles and stuff. But I thought Jimmy was good. Jack Anderson really tried to, just was what it was. They got hot.
A lot of guys fell short. How excited are you that you saw a lot of young guys who came to this program and step up as the season went along?
You got to think about this. As last year's team went to a tournament, and now this year's group is in a do-or-die game. I think we started 6-24 this season, so nobody was expecting us to be in it on the last day of the regular season. And that's what I just told that group of our whole team, but the group of 8 that's graduating today. They've changed the outlook of this team. We now have a culture. We now have a winning atmosphere. We expect to win. We expect to be in the tournament every year. We don't want a down year. They never gave in when the record was 6-24, and that group of 8 went to a tournament. Now they played in a do-or-die game this year. They have changed the culture and the look out of this team. And they were great leaders for this freshman class and sophomores and juniors. And, man, really tough to say goodbye to those kids here in the last few minutes and stuff in the next couple days.
Now in the future, you have to replace these guys like Freesia and Mike Page and even a guy like Mikey James on the mound. So now, who do you look to now maybe in the future that could do that? Or do you look in the future now and say, hey, this team has enough guys where we can just kind of fill those gaps and support where any drop-offs could occur?
I guess, recruiting never ends, but we played a lot of young guys this year, and, I think I got 14 guys, 50 more at bats, so we've got a lot of experience. We got a lot of guys on the mound this year. More importantly, we've got all of the returners placed this summer in summer ball, and so, summer ball is a lot of growth and experience, and I told it was because of the 8 that just graduated that we were able to have those opportunities for these young guys. The last 2 years club, people are now wanting our guys and wanting them for their team, and now they've got to go out in summer ball. They've got to stay out there. They've got to play and learn and get better to take us to the top half of the CAA. So on the last game of the season, we're not playing a do-or-die game to make it in.
What's the excitement level? Because a lot of young guys stepped up this year with the mixture of that and some of the freshmen coming in next year. What's the feeling with that young team for next year?
It was talked a little bit about this week and some on this weekend, and everybody's saying, how much the future looks bright and stuff. But, I just lost 8 guys in the last hour, so it's hard for me to think ahead right now. But, I think we've changed the program to where we will be sustainable every year now to have good seasons to put us into a tournament. I think that's the expectation now, and it should always be the expectation.
All right. Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.